Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are talking about two of the most common adjectives in the English language, two words that learners use every single day. Those two words are good and nice.
Yes, and these two words seem so simple that most learners think they already know them perfectly. But the truth is, there are real differences in how they are used, what they describe, and what feeling they carry. Using them more precisely will make your English sound significantly more natural and expressive.
So, today we are going to look at what each word truly means, how they are used, when one is better than the other, what the common mistakes are, and how to move beyond these two words to sound even more fluent. Let us get into it.
Let us start with good. What does good actually mean?
Good is a very broad word. At its core, good means of high quality, morally right, or effective for a purpose. It's a word that judges quality, ability, or moral value. And because it's so broad, it's used in an enormous range of situations.
So good is about quality and effectiveness and moral value.
Yes, she's a good doctor. Her quality and skill as a doctor is high. He made a good decision. The decision was wise and effective. That's a good idea. The idea has value and merit. These are all about quality and judgment.
And the moral meaning of good?
Yes, he's a good person. His character is morally sound. She did a good thing by helping her neighbor. The action was morally right. Good has a strong moral and ethical dimension that nice doesn't carry in the same way.
That's really important. Good can be about morality and character. Nice is rarely used that way.
Exactly. You wouldn't say she's a nice person to describe deep moral character. You might say it casually, but if you truly want to say someone has strong moral character, good is the word. She's a genuinely good person carries much more weight than she's a nice person.
Now let's talk about nice. What does nice mean?
Nice means pleasant, agreeable, or enjoyable. It describes things that give a pleasant feeling or impression. It's a softer, warmer, more social word. It's less about deep quality or moral value and more about surface pleasantness and enjoyment.
So nice is about pleasant feelings and agreeable experiences.
Yes, that was a nice meal. It was pleasant and enjoyable. She has a nice smile. Her smile is warm and pleasing. It was a nice day. The day was pleasant and agreeable. In all of these, nice describes a pleasurable or agreeable quality, something that feels good in a gentle, comfortable way.
So nice is lighter and more about how something feels in the moment.
Right. Nice often describes experiences, appearances, social situations, and everyday pleasant things. Good describes quality, ability, effectiveness, and moral value. They can overlap in some situations, but they each have their own natural territory.
Let's compare them directly. What situations clearly call for good rather than nice?
Good is strongly preferred when talking about skill and ability. She's a good swimmer. That means she swims with high skill. Saying she's a nice swimmer sounds very odd. Nice doesn't describe ability. Good is also the right word for health. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling well and healthy. Saying I'm feeling nice today is understood, but sounds a bit unusual in the context of physical health.
Good for food quality.
Yes, but interesting. This food is good means it's of high quality and tastes great. This food is nice also works for food. Nice here means pleasant and enjoyable to eat, but good for food often implies a stronger or more substantial positive judgment. Nice implies it was a pleasant experience. Good implies quality.
Now what about situations where nice is more natural than good?
Nice is much more natural in social and polite contexts. It was nice to meet you. That's a very common and warm social phrase. Saying it was good to meet you also works and is slightly more formal, but it was nice to meet you is the most common casual greeting. Nice to see you again. Have a nice day. Nice work. These are all very natural, everyday social phrases where nice fits perfectly.
And nice for describing appearances?
Yes. She has a nice dress. He has a nice apartment. They live in a nice neighborhood. Nice here describes agreeable and pleasant appearances or environments. You could say a good dress or a good apartment, but that implies quality and value in a more functional sense. A nice dress is more about how pleasant or attractive it looks.
So nice is more about aesthetic and social pleasantness. Good is more about quality, function, and moral value.
That's a great summary. Nice is the pleasant surface. Good goes deeper into quality and ethics.
Let's also talk about the phrase good and nice used together, because sometimes people use both.
Yes, people sometimes say it was a really good and nice experience, or she's a good and nice person. Using both together is not wrong, but it's a bit redundant. If you want to say both, that something had quality and that it was pleasant, you can combine them, but often one word is enough if you choose carefully.
So choosing the more precise word is better than always defaulting to both.
Always. Precise language is more powerful. Instead of saying the restaurant was good and nice, you could say the restaurant was excellent, or the food was delicious and the atmosphere was warm and welcoming. Each word carries more specific meaning.
That brings us to something really important. Both good and nice are overused in English, and moving beyond them makes your language much richer.
Yes, and this is something native speakers actually work on too. Good and nice are perfectly correct, but they're vague. They tell the listener very little about what specifically made something good or nice. Using more specific words paints a much clearer picture.
What words can replace good in different contexts?
When talking about food, instead of good, you can say delicious, flavorful, satisfying, or rich. When talking about someone's skill or ability, instead of good, you can say talented, skilled, capable, or excellent. When talking about moral character, instead of good, you can say kind, honest, generous, principled, or decent. When talking about quality of something, instead of good, you can say outstanding, impressive, high quality, or exceptional.
And what words can replace nice?
Instead of nice, you can say lovely for warmth and beauty, pleasant for an agreeable experience, enjoyable for something you had fun doing, charming for something that delights, delightful for something that brings real joy, welcoming for a warm and friendly atmosphere, cozy for a comfortable and warm environment, agreeable for something that suits you well.
Knowing these alternatives makes your vocabulary so much richer and your English so much more expressive.
Yes, and none of this means you should stop using good and nice. They're perfectly correct and natural in many situations. But having alternatives gives you choices, and choices give you power in language.
Now let's talk about some specific fixed phrases and expressions with good and nice, because these come up constantly in everyday English.
With good, you have good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. These are standard greetings and farewells used every day. Good luck is used to wish someone well before a challenge. Good job or good work is used to praise someone for something they did well. For good means permanently. She's left the city for good. She's not coming back. Good for you is used to express approval of someone's choice or achievement. You got the promotion? Good for you.
And as good as means almost the same as something. The repairs were so thorough, the car was as good as new. No good means useless or not helpful. This old phone is no good anymore. In good hands means being cared for by someone capable and trustworthy. Your children are in good hands.
Good at means skilled in something. She is very good at languages. Good for means beneficial to something. Exercise is good for your health. Good with means having a natural skill with something. He's very good with children.
Now fixed phrases with nice.
Nice to meet you and nice to see you are extremely common social phrases. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend, have a nice trip are standard polite farewells. Nice one is informal British English used to praise someone. You scored the winning goal, nice one. That is informal and friendly. Nice and plus adjective is a very natural pattern. It was nice and warm by the fire. The soup was nice and hot. Nice and easy means comfortably easy. Let us take this nice and easy.
That nice and pattern is so natural. Nice and quiet, nice and clean, nice and simple. It adds a warm, positive feeling to the adjective that follows.
Yes, it suggests not just that something is warm or clean, but that the warmth or cleanliness is enjoyable and comfortable. Nice and warm does not just mean warm, it means pleasantly warm in a way you appreciate.
Now, let us get into the mistakes, because this is where learners need real guidance.
The first mistake is overusing nice for everything positive. Learners say, the film was nice, the food was nice, the weather was nice, the hotel was nice, the people were nice, everything was nice. Well, none of these are wrong. Using nice for absolutely everything makes your language flat and repetitive. It shows limited vocabulary.
So the solution is not to stop using nice, but to vary your vocabulary and use more specific words when you can.
Exactly. The film was gripping, the food was delicious, the weather was beautiful, the hotel was comfortable and welcoming, the people were warm and friendly. Each of those says something much more specific and memorable than nice.
The second mistake is using nice to describe skills and abilities. Learners sometimes say, she is a nice teacher, meaning she teaches well. But nice does not describe ability. It describes pleasantness. She is a nice teacher usually means she is pleasant and kind as a person. If you want to say she teaches with high skill, the word is good or talented or excellent. She is a good teacher. She is a talented teacher.
So, nice describes how someone feels to be around. Good describes how capable or skilled they are. She is a nice teacher means she is warm and pleasant. She is a good teacher means she has real skill and ability.
That distinction is really important, especially in professional and academic contexts.
Yes, in a professional recommendation, you would never say, she is a nice engineer. You would say she is a highly skilled and capable engineer. Nice has no place in describing professional competence.
The third mistake is using good where nice is more natural in social contexts. For example, saying, it was good to see you sounds slightly formal or stiff in very casual conversation between friends. It was nice to see you is warmer and more natural in everyday social contexts.
And saying, have a good weekend is perfectly fine, but have a nice weekend is equally natural and perhaps even a little warmer. Both are correct, but knowing which one fits the tone of the moment makes you sound more natural.
The fourth mistake is using good when talking about appearance or aesthetic pleasantness. He has a good shirt. While not wrong, it sounds slightly odd. He has a nice shirt is much more natural. Good for appearance suggests you are evaluating it like a product. Nice for appearance suggests you find it visually pleasing.
Right. For how something looks or feels aesthetically, nice is almost always more natural than good. Nice view, nice color, nice design. These are all very natural. Good view or good color sound a bit clinical.
The fifth mistake is using good in emotional or social warmth contexts. For example, saying, you are a very good host, when you mean the host was warm, welcoming, and made you feel comfortable. While good host is not wrong, a lovely host or a wonderful host or a warm and welcoming host says so much more. Or in casual social English, you were such a nice host is warm and natural.
Yes, good in those social contexts can sound a little cold or formal. Nice, lovely, wonderful, or warm carry much more social warmth.
The sixth mistake is using good and nice as filler words without thinking. Learners sometimes say good at the end of every sentence, or use nice as a filler. That sounds very unnatural and repetitive. Being aware of this helps you use both words with intention.
Let us now do a practice round. We'll describe a situation and the listener decides whether good, nice, or a more specific word fits best.
First one, a doctor who has spent 20 years treating patients with great skill and dedication.
The answer is good, or an even stronger word. She is a very good doctor, or she is an exceptional physician. She is a highly skilled engineer. Good is correct here. Nice would not describe her professional ability.
Second one, a sunny, warm afternoon in the park with friends.
The answer is nice, or a more specific word. It was a really nice afternoon, or it was a lovely afternoon, or it was a beautiful sunny afternoon. Nice is very natural here for a pleasant and enjoyable experience.
Third one, a person who always tells the truth, helps others without expecting anything in return, and treats everyone with fairness.
The answer is good. He is a genuinely good person, or he is a kind and honest man. Good carries the moral weight needed here. Nice would feel too light for describing deep moral character.
Fourth one, a hotel room that was comfortable, clean, and had a beautiful view.
The answer is nice, or more specific words. It was a really nice room, or it was a comfortable, clean room with a beautiful view. Nice is natural for describing a pleasant environment, but adding specific details is even better.
Fifth one, someone who completed a difficult task successfully and you want to praise them informally.
The answer is good job or nice one. Both work in informal praise. Good job is slightly more universal, nice one is more casual and British. Well done is another natural alternative.
Last one, food that was prepared by a skilled chef and tasted absolutely wonderful.
Both good and nice could work, but more specific words are better. The food was delicious. The food was outstanding. The chef prepared an excellent meal. Choosing a more specific word than good or nice makes the praise much more vivid and meaningful.
That practice round shows how context guides the choice every time.
And the more you think about what you're really trying to say, skill, pleasantness, moral value, aesthetics, social warmth, the more easily the right word comes.
Let us do the final summary.
Good describes quality, skill, ability, effectiveness, and moral value. It's a deeper and more evaluative word. She is a good doctor. It was a good decision. He is a good person. Good at, good for, good with are very common patterns. Good is the right word for professional ability, health, and moral character.
Nice describes pleasantness, agreeableness, and enjoyable experiences. It's a warmer and social word. It was a nice meal. She has a nice smile. Have a nice day. Nice one. Nice and warm. Nice is very natural in social contexts for describing appearances and for everyday pleasant experiences.
The most important distinctions to remember. Nice does not describe skill or ability. Good does. Good carries moral weight that nice does not. Nice is warmer in casual social situations. Good can sound more formal or evaluative in those same situations.
Both good and nice are correct and natural in many situations, but using more specific words makes your English much richer. Instead of good, try excellent, skilled, talented, outstanding, or delicious. Instead of nice, try lovely, pleasant, enjoyable, charming, or delightful.
The biggest mistakes to avoid are using nice to describe professional ability, using good where social warmth and aesthetic pleasantness are needed, and overusing both words so that everything becomes good and nice with no variety.
These two little words are the foundation of everyday English. Master them, use them with intention, and keep building your vocabulary beyond them. That's how your English grows from correct to truly expressive.
That's all for today. Keep practicing and we'll see you in the next one.
You're doing wonderfully. See you soon.